So yesterday I spent the afternoon fighting with some Y-seams. I've done Y-seam quilts before. Just yesterday they weren't clicking. I don't know. We couldn't get along. I figured it out, and it was because I had sewn all the way to the edge here. So I'm going to show you what works for me for doing Y-seams. And then also so I can reference back to this video the next time I'm fighting with them. So anyway, we are going to put this square in here. So we've got our two trapezoids here sewn together. And I'm just gonna fold the sides, fold them together so that it's closed, and you've got your seam over here on the right. Again, you stop 1/4 of an inch before the edge there. Fold the one that's on top down into a triangle, kind of lining up that point there, so now it'll look like you've got a half square triangle here with the top one folded down. And then you'll take your the fabric you're inserting in there, and you'll put it on top. And I line up that point of the trapezoid with the corner of the fabric. I don't mark dots on the squares because that, for some reason, never works out for me. Yesterday I did 3 blocks and I had to seam rip each of them 5 times. So I finally quit for the day. So anyway, so you've got your square on top here, and I put a clip here on this corner just to hold it while I sew. And then you're going to sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance and back stitch at the beginning and the end. Make sure you don't have any threads that are going to get looped around. And you're going to stop just before you get to that fold, and you can feel it with your finger. And I know some people will probably cringe, but I just eyeball it. So take that off of the machine, and then you're just gonna fold it the opposite direction. So you've got it folded like this. So now you're just gonna grab this edge, which is lined up with your blue, and flip it back like that. So you've got so now your red is folded. The side you just sewed, now that side is folded back into a triangle. And your corner should match up here, right here. And I clip down at the bottom to hold the fabrics together. I don't believe in pins really. So anyway, put this under your foot, and you're gonna back stitch here. And this is where a dot helps some people, but eyeballing is easier for me. I have better results just eyeballing it. And you're gonna back stitch a couple of times. So I'll put it kind of close to where, and you can always like put your needle down to check to make sure you're not gonna be into that fabric that's folded over under there. So I'll go up a couple, and then just go back a couple, then sew that side. Take it off of your machine, and when you open it up, you should have a Y seam there. So then whenever you press it, so with this one, I'll press, since I've already got it going towards the blue here, this will continue, this red will go towards the white, And this one, it's however it folds most naturally. So it'll probably go, the white will go towards the blue. And then you've got your Y seam there. So that's the easiest way for me to do it, is eyeballing it and folding them. And you can see here where I finger pressed those folds in the fabric too. So there you go.